Hi and welcome to this Ozma class by Eureka Academy Discord server. This Ozma class is designed to teach you mechanics of this fight so that you get ready for either a newbie run or a clear run. And I'd like you to see the agenda at first so that you know what to expect from the guide. At first, I'm going to cover the platform organization for our Discord server, which is the Eureka Academy Online DC. And this may be different if you're coming from another Discord server, so please check with your Discord if there's anything done differently in terms of group organization. Then I'm going to go into the stuff that is pretty much the same everywhere. I'm going to explain the mechanics of this fight, going from one shape to another, and after that I'm going to show a sheet that shows a brief mechanic overview and technically lets you in on an Ozma script, which you can use to kind of expect certain mechanics to happen a certain amount of times during each shape. It's going to probably help you understand this fight a lot better. And the last 10 minutes of this video will basically be just a recording of a run with callouts. I won't be speaking anymore, but you can see how the run is done, how the callouts are being done. You can see this whole run coming together, and basically you will hopefully understand the whole fight more from that. So let's start with the platform markers first. As you can see in our Discord, our groups are always named Magia and Logos, and they have a respective number, 1, 2, or 3. Depending on what your number is, you're going to be standing on Platform 1, Platform 2, or Platform 3. However, your group name does mean something. If you are a tank in a Magia group, you can expect to be main tanking in this fight because we have 3 main tanks. And if you're a tank in Logos group, you can expect to be off tanking in this fight because we have 3 off tanks. Generally speaking, you all have specific responsibilities, and healers of this groups want to focus their tanks during the specific mechanics as well. So it's really important that you know what is expected of you as a main tank and what is expected of you as an off tank. Everything else is pretty much the same for all of the groups, except that there is a black hole mechanic where we usually ask for Magia groups to stand on the main platform and for Logos groups to go on the right side, which you will see in the video as well. I would also like to mention how we usually have a support group that stands on Magia 1 platform, so the platform 1, and they generally are acting as a DPS group. If we run into any other issues, like we lose a main tank on some platform or an off tank, then they will move after a black hole mechanic to that specific platform and cover the role that is needed to be covered. Alright, so I'm going to actually start with a cube phase. During cube phase, you want to go close to Ozma. Auto attacks will be the lasers on main tanks, so during this phase, main tanks need to be healed quite a lot. Also, off tanks are the ones that have a duty in this specific phase where they need to soak these orbs, and generally speaking, the whole raid needs to be careful of Holy, which will happen twice along with the stack marker. So I'm just going to quickly run to this footage where we will see Ozma Shade happening at the back, which is a pyramid, so we go to the sides, and then Ozma is changing into a cube. You can also see this little debuff right here, which happens pretty early in its animation. You can even see what the shape is before the animation even begins, so you know you can expect that Ozma will become a cube when it has this blue marker, and you want to go close to it. As soon as this happens, this movement, off tanks want to be ready to run to the right side and soak up these orbs. These orbs do quite a lot of damage, which is why you want to be in defensive element. You also want to use defensive cooldowns, and your healers want to focus you in this particular part. You can see that there is stack mark going on, as well as Holy, which is a small knockback that you'll see in a minute. There it is. So this particular combo of stack marker and a Holy knockback will happen twice during this phase. First time now that you've seen it, and second time right after the Ozma Shade mechanic, so you want to be aware of that. While all of this is happening, main tanks are standing far away from the group in this opposite corner, and they are taking this laser damage, so they want to really make sure that they are not close to anybody, and everybody else wants to make sure that they don't accidentally pull aggro from the main tank. You'll see now Ozma Shade happening with the stack marker and the holy knockback that I mentioned. That is always marking the end basically of the cube form. So this case, Ozma Shade is a pyramid. This is why we're going to the sides. You can see that main tank is always going to the left side while the group is going to the right. That's generally how we use it here in the server. It is important to note that main tank really needs to be careful, especially if main Ozma isn't changing and we need to go to the side, that they go last and that they wait for that last auto attack to happen before they move to the sides. Otherwise, someone else might get auto attack on them. You can see that we're waiting here for a little holy, and when the mechanic resolves, we go back to the Ozma. After this, we will basically see a black hole mechanic, which happens in every transition between the two, between the shades. And as I said before, we do have some specific spots where you want to stand. If you're not standing in this platform, you're going to get kicked out of the arena into Hydatos and you can't come back. Every time after a black hole mechanic, there will this orb shape is going to stick around for a bit, and during this orb, nothing really is happening except that the main tanks are taking a lot of damage. So as a healer, you want to focus them, and as a main tank, you want to make sure that you have your defensive cooldowns on. The next mechanic that I'm going to focus on is a star shape. Star phase is basically starting as the opposite of a cube shape, so we're going far away. We have to stay all together because of the splashing damage, and this includes the main tank. And the most complicated mechanic that is happening here is meteors, which also happens in pyramid form, so I'm going to focus on that once again later. And these knockbacks that will be happening from black hole portals, I believe, are really important to focus on as well, because you can't wipe a group with doing this wrong, but you can kill yourself, so please focus on that. So I'm going to start with the star shape. Now, in this case, again, Ozma Shade is a star, so we were on the side, and after that we have to move back to get away from the star. And as we're coming back towards star, we want to stay together as a group to share this splashing damage. Pretty soon after that, 2 people on each platform get marked with these huge red markers and these huge black circles around them, which are the meteors. We want to place meteors on the right and to the back. I'm just going to go back to the platform markers. We're using these markers, so 1A on platform 1, 2B on platform 2, and 3 and C on platform 3. They are not only showing the numbers of the platforms, they are just basically showing the meteor positions. So you can see that these players are placing them on the correct spots, and once they place them, they become proximity markers. You want to do this immediately as soon as you can, and it's even good if you're not sure that you have a meteor. It's better that you move towards one of these positions sooner rather than later. Even if you don't have it, you will realize that you don't have it at some point, but you can then come back to the group and nothing bad will happen. If you do place it even a little bit too close, you will likely wipe your platform, and only a tank limit break could maybe save you. However, that's very risky since we don't have too many limit breaks in this fight. Right after the meteor, there will be so first here you want to soak this damage and then go to the correct spot for this knockback. You will always want to get knocked towards Ozma or behind it, so never stand in the blue portal or to the sides, because you will get knocked away from the arena, which will kill you and probably end your run. So you want to stand on top of this and not standing actually inside the blue circle. Once meteors do go off, there will be these ads, and as an off tank you want to pick these up, and as everybody else you want to of course DPS them down really quickly, because they do have enrage, and basically if we don't kill them in time, they will wipe the whole party. This knockback that we just seen is one of the secondary mechanics that happens in star shape, and it will happen twice. Again, it will happen along with this Ozma Shade that's just starting to happen. In this case, Ozma Shade is going to be a cube, so we want to get close to it, and of course we want to get knocked away from Ozma. So we're going to get knocked away from Ozma and stay here until the mechanic is resolved, and then go back to Ozma, obviously again staying together so that we share the splashing damage that is going on. After the Ozma Shade mechanic, there will be a black hole, which marks the end of the star shape. And we go again into our black hole portals. Next shape, and probably the most difficult one, is going to be pyramid shape. We've seen pyramid before when we're going to the sides. The only difference when main Ozma is doing a pyramid shape is the big difference that there will be meteors, acceleration bombs, and also stacking bleed debuffs. So a lot of things are happening at once. So let's try to break it down in the video. So here at first, Ozma Shade is a cube, so we're at the back, and after that we're running to the sides. Again, you can also notice this yellow marker. So cube has a blue marker, star has a red marker, and pyramid has a yellow marker, if that helps you. First we want to go to the sides, and then after that obviously we're going back to the main arena. What you will see here happening, first of all, Ozma just did a specific mechanic that I'm going to show you now on the screen. Basically this picture down is the mechanic that Ozma just did. There is no cast bar for this, but it did give acceleration bombs to specific people. It's a random number, and there are a couple of timers that you can get, so you want to check if you have this debuff on you and what the timer on it is. So in this case, in our group, Yoru got the acceleration bomb, and you'll see him doing the right thing, and that's going here on the ring and standing on the side and just waiting and doing nothing. Because with the acceleration bomb, you want to sheath your weapon, you want to stop casting, stop attacking, stop doing anything until it goes off completely. And we do recommend standing on this side ring, because that way you can't get a meteor as well, because a meteor can only go to people who are standing on the main platform. If you do, however, get a meteor as well with an acceleration bomb, if you forgot to stand here and you accidentally get it, in that case please resolve meteor first, because usually acceleration bombs have enough time for you to place a meteor, come back to the group, and just stop APSing. However, if you don't do it correctly, you're going to definitely wipe a group, and if you do it correctly and maybe do it a bit late, then you might die alone, but you will save the group. So to avoid all of that, it is best to stay here on the side while the acceleration bomb is happening, at least the first one. In the same time, you can see me here standing back of behind of everyone else, and I got this little bleed debuff on me. Basically, during this shape, every auto attack is going to be a bleed debuff, and this debuff, if I'm standing too close to the group, basically in this range, I'm going to spread this debuff to other people as well, similarly to some virus. So I want to stay behind. This bleed will always go to the farthest player, so we usually have one healer to deal with this, because then this healer can simply use Asuna on themselves, which you will see that I occasionally use. So at the beginning of the phase, some people will deal with acceleration bomb, one person will deal with the bleed, and then on top of all that, two people will get marked with meteors that you can see right now. You can see that Yoru has this timer on top of his head, and he's waiting until it goes completely off, and it's better to wait a few seconds or longer if you need it, just so that server lag doesn't kill you. So basically, his marker is going off, two people got meteors, and they will place them back into the right. At the same time, so I'm not resolving bleeds anymore, because these meteors are happening and there will be a stack marker. In that time, bleeds are not going off, so you can, if you're the baiter, come close, resolve the meteor, and after that, you as a baiter want to remove yourself from the party again, because you're going to get another bleed. Again, after meteors, there will be more adds. You want to pick them up and DPS them down as soon as possible. As every other shape, this one also has Ozma Shade in the beginning, and the secondary mechanic, so the one that repeats itself in this shade, is acceleration bomb and stock marker. So with a shade, you can expect that there will be another wave of acceleration bombs. In this case, we now see that people are still killing adds. Ozma Shade is happening at the back. It's cube, so we want to go back behind, and you can see that Ozma has placed some acceleration bombs. So in this case, you just want to go to the safe spot, in this case towards the cube, right? And just stand here, until it resolves. So once everybody else moves, if your acceleration bomb didn't resolve yet, you want to resolve it. Stack marker basically ends this phase, which will of course again end with black hole mechanic. And those are all of the mechanics that we've now seen. So you may have noticed that the whole fight is a little bit scripted, and I kind of tried to show it with this diagram. You can also see the debuff markers on top of each shape. Orb is basically its like default position. It just does black hole mechanic as a movement mechanic, and auto attacks are heavy damage on main tank. But you can see that every shape has a movement mechanic, every shape has a different type of auto attacks, and every shape has what I call primary mechanic and secondary mechanics. Primary will only happen once during the fight, and you know, that's definitely something that you want to resolve first and foremost. So meteors and orbs can and will wipe the groups if these are not resolved in a correct way. So that's like priority. And secondary mechanics basically happen twice, once at the beginning of the phase and once at like together with an Ozma shade. So in that situation, you always want to place yourself first for the Ozma shade mechanic and then resolve the secondary mechanic that is about to happen. The only exceptions are with the very beginning of the fight. Ozma will begin in an orb shape, and there of course won't be a black hole in that first orb shape, and also always the first shape will be a star that won't have the meteors, but everything else after that follows this exact pattern. And that would be it for all of the mechanics. I'm just going to show you basically one clear run that is going to last for about 8 minutes. You can hear the callouts, you can hear the whole fight happening, and basically hopefully this will allow you to piece all these information together. This was also a full run, so you can see a lot of people on the platform, and usually this is how it looks like. So enjoy the fight, and see you in the upcoming runs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, mid breaks, 2 tank pull, and let's go. Tanks, please stay on the left side and everybody else on the right side in this current moment. And also please heal the main tanks in this phase. First shape will be star, so we will go back. So you can prepare to run back soon. Run back. When we are coming towards Ozma, we stay together as a group because of the splashing damage. Do not use gap closers or anything. Main tanks you can stack along with the group. There will be knockback. We will get knocked together towards Ozma. When you see knockback, just go close to the blue portal, get knocked towards Ozma, Stay together. Next mechanic will be black hole. Prepare to move and don't cut corners, but stay together for now. Black hole, black hole. If you died and appeared on platform 1, after the black hole you can go to your platform. Go back to main arena now. There will be Ozma shade. Prepare to move if needed. Go to the sides, sides. Main tanks, make sure to be the last to go of the arena. Okay, go fronts again. There will be another Ozma shade, this time paired with a main Ozma shape, so prepare to pop sprint if needed. We're moving twice possibly. Ozma shades. Sides again, and then it will be close to Ozma. Go close to Ozma, off tanks, prepare to pick up orbs on the right side.
Pop your cooldowns and healers. Heal your off tanks. There is also going to be holy knockback really soon, so don't get knocked away from the arena. Alright, main tanks, make sure to stay on the left, and everybody make sure not to pull aggro from main tanks because it might kill us. Ozma Shade. Remember, there will be a holy with this Ozma Shade. So small knockback. We're going to the sides and prepare for also a little knockback, so don't go behind. Okay. Go back towards Ozma. The next mechanic will be Black Hole. Don't cut corners as you're running. Black Hole, Black Hole. You can use these little breaks to reapply bravery, especially if you're a red mage. Go back to your main arena. Ozma Shade, prepare to move if needed. We're staying front, stay front, and then we're gonna go back. So run back behind the blue portal on the floor. And remember, we need to stay together. Splashing damage is going off. There will be meteors, so check your character, place meteors back and right immediately. Go back and right, and come back to the group to heal. You can use, when you see knockback, Surecast or Arm's Length, or get knocked towards Ozma. Stay together as a group. There is still splashing damage going on. Ads, off tanks, please pick up ads. Main tanks can also help. Everybody DPS them down. Ozma Shade. Prepare to move if needed. Get knocked towards the back. There is Cube. You want to be at the back of the arena. Stay here for a little bit. Stay. Okay, let's go back towards Ozma now. Towards Ozma, stay together. There's still splashing damage going on. Next mechanic will be Black Hole. Black Hole. Don't cut corners. Any group need any help? Doesn't look like it. Let's go back to the main arena now. There will be Ozma Shade soon. Remember, there is big damage going to main tanks in orb shape. Ozma Shade, prepare to move if needed. Stay front. And then after that, we'll be going to the sides. Sides. Okay, this is a complicated phase. There will be acceleration bombs out soon. Acceleration bombs are out. Check your debuff bar. Stop moving, stop casting. And there will also be meteors. If you get one, place them back and to the right. Go now. Go. Back and to the right. Ads, please pick them up and DPS them down. There's also another Ozma Shade. Please move if needed and DPS the ads. We are going back. Acceleration bombs are out. Stop moving, stop casting if you have them. Stack marker. If you have dead people in your party and healer limit break, go to Black Hole. Go to Black Hole. One last push, so just focus. We still have one last Ozma Shade to happen, as well as Ozma Shape. So focus. Ozma Shade is up. We might move. We're going to the sides. And then we're going back. Go back. Stay together as a group. There is splashing damage going off, and please heal if anybody got hit. Stay together. There will be meteors. Please place them back and to the right. Back and to the right. Melee limit break. There will be knockback. Get knocked towards Ozma. Melee limit break, please. Pick up ads.
Nice.
Good job, everybody.
What I say, guaranteed.